So it's a Monday, which is usually a work day for us. So we're hanging out here in our Airbnb in Rabat. And I don't know if you can see that screen behind me, but that's showing our YouTube subscriber count. And one of our initial goals, starting off with this whole YouTube thing, is to get our first 1,000 subscribers. That number behind us says 998, so we're gonna be keeping a close eye on that counter today.
Just a couple of seconds later, just hit 999. What just happened?
We got 1,000 subscribers. As you can see, yesterday was a huge day for us.
Absolutely a huge day for us. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube was the first goal that we set out for ourselves when we started on this journey. We were under no illusions that that was going to happen really fast. We figured it would take a year and a half to hit that number. Yeah,
it's been 6 months since we put out our first video, and 1,000 subscribers feels like making 1,000 new friends. You guys have left us amazing comments, have been so encouraging to us as we kind of bumbled along through our first couple of videos. We got a lot of amazing constructive feedback, and we're just super grateful and
can't thank you guys enough for everything.
Thanks so much.
So I had to jump in during that last little bit there because Angela was getting a little bit emotional.
I'm really excited and I am super emotional. But to celebrate our 1,000 subscribers, we wanted to do a Q&A. We've been getting questions from you guys all along, just about what we do, how we do it, etc. And we've also put out a couple social media posts asking for additional questions. So this video is going to be about answering all the questions we always get, as well as the ones from those posts.
Absolutely, so let's jump right in.
Before we jump into the first question, stick around to the end of the video because we're going to tell you a little bit what's coming up in our next videos, which was an absolute total bucket list thing for us, something we never thought we'd have the opportunity to do, so we can't wait to show you.
Okay, so our very first question is just a common question that we get asked all the time. And that question is, what is the hardest thing about traveling? And I'm leaving this for her.
I don't know. I think it's really, it's hard to complain about like this amazing thing that we're doing, right? Like we get to travel all around. We've seen some amazing things. One thing that I personally find challenging is because we're traveling very slowly, often we will commit to an Airbnb for a full month, a sight unseen.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So sometimes we commit to an Airbnb and we're there for a full month and the Wi-Fi isn't great, or the kitchen doesn't have like knives or a cutting board, or the hot water doesn't work.
Yeah.
So like if you were traveling at a faster pace, okay, you can deal without a hot shower for 2 days, or you don't need the kitchen to be fully equipped. But when you're there for a month and you find that you're missing this stuff, it makes it a little bit challenging. So this next question I'm gonna ask to Jeff. Brooke from our website asked us, did you really sell everything you own, or do you have a storage unit?
Okay. If you guys have watched the videos, I'm sure you've seen multiple scenes of me dragging along 2 small carry-ons, and then Angela and I both walking around with backpacks. Literally, that's everything that we own. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. We do have a small box of stuff that we left with her mother back in Canada, but before we left, we sold everything. So 99% of all of our possessions fit in those 4 small bags. That's the only thing we have.
What's in the box back home is like important documents, some photographs. Yeah, that's really it. But like as
a
far
leather
as
jacket.
My favorite leather jacket, he bought it for me. I had to keep it. But aside from that, like there's no real things that we've kept.
We don't have
no
a house.
Storage unit.
No storage unit. We don't have a house. We don't have a car. We don't have any vehicles anymore.
No.
We own no furniture.
Yeah, 2 carry-ons,
Nothing.
2 backpacks.
Yeah, that's
Pretty much it.
Okay, next question is a 2-parter. Angela's going to take one. I'm going to take one. This is from Morocco and their mom in Germany, and this was from YouTube. When did you realize that you want to live this lifestyle?
Wow. I've been at this for a while. I kind of had been trying to talk Jeff into doing the digital nomad thing for a long time. The thing is that my career is a lot more amenable to the digital nomad lifestyle, right? I do business consulting. I was a director of operations before I left, so the type of work I do is easy to do online. Jeff has been in the construction industry for his entire life, right? So the work, he was like, well, we could be digital nomads, but what am I gonna do, kind of thing.
I can't just walk onto a construction site in Portugal,
Morocco here,
or
for
Morocco
example. Yeah.
here, for example, and
Yeah.
just start working. It's
Yeah.
not that easy. There's laws
So
around that.
So I've been trying to talk Jeff into this for a while, and then what happened is COVID hit, and we realized that we couldn't travel, and that kind of hit us really hard because we work super hard all year, and we so look forward to those couple of weeks vacations we can get. Like we lived the whole year just to plan those couple of weeks. So when we couldn't travel in 2020, we went to cottage country in Toronto. If those of you from the greater Toronto area, cottage country is kind of the thing to do in the summer. We rented a really nice cottage up there, and honestly, within like 3 days, we were bored out of our minds, right? We're not cottage people, right?
Before we left that cottage that week,
We decided.
we made that decision. It's done. We are leaving to travel as soon as we possibly can. And it's exactly what we did.
It's what we did.
Within 3 weeks of our second vaccine dose, we left. And
Yeah.
we were gone, and we started this journey.
Which kind of leads into the next question from Moroccan Mom. Are you completely living off your savings and social media for your travel?
Okay, so first and foremost, it's a great thing we hit our 1,000 subs here on YouTube. This allows us to now make money on YouTube. Once again, we're under no illusions that we're going to make anything more than $100 over the next year.
Yeah.
We've made zero up to this point. So everything that you do is completely funded by, everything that you've seen, I should say, has been completely funded by us and our savings. And our next question coming up. John, from an Instagram direct message, how old are you?
Oh,
Take it.
How old are you? Old enough to know better. Old enough that we should be like.
What the hell are we doing?
Saving for our retirement. Like I turned 45 this year, and Jeff turns 50 this year.
I turned 50.
And everything that we've got saved, we're doing this with.
Yeah. Next question I'm giving here to Angela. This is Heath from the UK, from our website. What's your favorite food since starting? All of it?
All of it. Let me think if there's anything like particularly unique. Do you know what I really loved? I probably shouldn't have loved it so much. There was something that we ate in Malaga. We put it on our Malaga food tour. It was called lomo and manteca. And it was like a big hunk of pork that was preserved in its own pork lard. And it was like nothing.
Holy mother of God, it was good.
Right? It was like nothing I've ever had before, but like we just couldn't stop shoving it in our big fat mouths.
Yeah. We probably could have filmed.
Yeah.
Over the course of 4 days, our entire food tour could have been that. Our entire Malaga food tour could have been that.
I think because it was orange. The lard it was preserved in was orange, and I think I had like
stayed.
orange around my mouth for like 3 days.
Yeah. And I guess I would say one of my favorite things that I've eaten since we've been on the road, it was a seafood restaurant in Istanbul, which you guys never got to see because we were so awkward, and the whole initial experience filming was really bad for us.
Especially food scenes.
Especially food scenes. But it was a restaurant in the Kadıköy neighborhood of Istanbul called Balıkçı Lokantası.
Oh.
As she said, I grew up in Florida. I lived in the Bahamas for almost 20 years. I have never had seafood this good anywhere in my life. It was just that out of this world delicious.
Oh, here's one we get a lot. What do you think is the hardest part about YouTube?
Every bit of it. It's all of it. I can't answer that. We were so naive at our age to think that how hard can it be to get a camera out and film it? You slap some videos together and you're done.
We thought this
would be,
we watched the travel videos and we're like, yeah, everyone can do that. Who can do that, right?
But here, once again, here's the thing, is that we went into this, neither one of us had any experience filming anything, editing anything. I mean, you guys have watched our videos. Some of them are...
Our early videos are pretty cringy to us, even now.
And even stuff happens now. Like, one thing that we read a lot about of learning to be a YouTuber was you have to be consistent. And when we first started, like, filming was really hard. We didn't know what we were doing. I didn't know what I was doing editing.
We were
I
frustrated.
still don't know what we still don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're figuring this out as we go.
Yeah.
So, a question like the hardest part about YouTube, absolutely everything. Then we haven't even talked about making a thumbnail, doing a description, doing a title.
Search engine optimization, like all this
Yeah.
stuff we knew nothing about. We've had to learn. We're learning as we go, and
So every one of these YouTubers that you see out there, and they've got 500,000 subscribers or 80,000 subscribers, and you go, God, they're horrible. You know what? Give these guys some credit.
They work their ass off for
They
it.
work their ass off. They work
Yeah.
so hard for this.
Tasha on Facebook asked, "How can I travel? Teach me your ways."
Teach me your ways. As that was me that replied to you on Facebook, by the way. Not going to be an easy question to answer, and it's probably not going to be the answer you want. I can't teach you our way. I don't know how. A lot of discipline.
Yeah, we really just had to make it. We had about 1.5 years to prepare, and we really had to make it a priority. So like we really prioritized it. Like we downgraded. We were living in a big condo. We downgraded to live in a basement for over a year, just so we could save money.
Yeah. We literally cut out any
unnecessary expense.
If it wasn't essential, we didn't buy it.
Yep.
We literally did nothing. If it wasn't necessary to live, we didn't buy it. It's not easy. There's not a specific thing that I can teach you. Downsize your life. Be extremely financially responsible.
Yeah, well, another thing is Jeff's credit card points mania.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of the flights and the hotels that we've stayed at to this point, we haven't paid anything for. Jeff spent that
Or
year.
very little. We
Yeah.
pay the taxes and fees, and that's it.
Yeah, Jeff has banked us a ton of credit cards.
Yeah, we are literally sitting on a couple million points or miles in multiple different programs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was huge. It's something that we'll talk more about in the future, but it's not something that I would recommend for everybody. So I'm sorry, Tasha, that I can't give you a better answer than that. That's about the best I can do with trying to answer that one.
Yeah. Katie on Facebook asks, what is our experience with doctors, medications, pharmacies, anything like that?
You should probably take that because I
Well-
think you're the only one that's bought.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, we've been lucky, you know, we are very lucky. We're very healthy. We don't
Yeah.
have pre-existing medical conditions or anything, which would
We're very healthy, except for being slightly overweight because we eat too much.
drinking a bit too much. But we don't have any existing health conditions, so we didn't have to bring any medications along with us or anything like that. Doctors, the only time we've ever had to see a doctor so far, again, extremely lucky, is to get COVID tests,
Yeah.
pre-flight COVID tests. We've only had to buy things like ibuprofen for headaches, some cold medicine, things like that. Anytime we've gone into a pharmacy, it's been extremely easy and extremely cheap.
We have another two-part question here. This is from Justin from YouTube, and I'm giving the first part to Angela. Favorite location you have visited?
One place I really loved, Dalyan.
Yeah.
Dalyan, Turkey.
It's a very special place.
It was the second place we visited on this journey, and it absolutely stole our heart. If you watch those videos, you'll see that we initially intended on staying there for a month, like we do with many of our locations, but we stayed for 2 just because we
Love
loved
the
it
place so much.
so much.
Yeah, it's one of those places that will return over and over again.
Yeah.
It is an amazing place. As far as Justin, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not falling for that. I've liked everywhere, you know.
We're fence sitting.
We're fence sitting hard on that one, Justin.
And then the next question that Justin had was, what locations are on your bucket list?
Okay, for me, it's one country, and it's one country only, and it's been that way for years. Yeah, for me, Justin, it's Vietnam. There's no other country.
And the last question is something that we get a lot, particularly from people who know us, and that is, how long do you plan on doing this?
Honestly, we really don't have any idea. I guess it's really going to come down to 2 things. We're either going to get bored with it or we run out of money. Now, with the 1,000 subscribers, YouTube is going to allow us to make a little bit of money from our videos.
Yeah, we're also exploring a couple avenues because it would be an absolute dream to make a living off of doing this stuff. So we've got a website. We're exploring some avenues, things like the Amazon affiliate program, where we put up some links to some travel products that we've like really loved, and then anyone who clicks on those links and buys from Amazon, they get a commission. We're also exploring a couple other avenues as far as affiliate programs and stuff like that go. But we're, like we said, we're super new to all of this, so we're just kind of now getting started looking into that kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll have some videos coming up in the near future with some of the gear and stuff like that we use as well. Yep. We also today just created a Buy Me a Coffee page. So if you guys would like to buy us a coffee, we're going to leave a link down in the description below. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't, that's okay too.
That's okay too. I hope you just enjoy the videos. So that wraps up the Q&A portion of this video. As promised, we are going to tell you what we've been up to and what kind of videos are coming next.
So starting on Tuesday, we're going to have a couple of videos back to back where we did an amazing 3-day tour from Marrakesh to Fez through the High Atlas Mountains and the Sahara Desert.
It was absolutely entirely like a bucket list experience. It was out of this world, something we never thought we would do. Yeah. So I really can't wait for you all to see those videos.
So once again, we just want to take a moment. Thank you guys very much for watching our videos, all of your support. We're going to wrap this up. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Bye.